Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure is a hammock overnighter here out in the woods on a beautiful sunny yet cloudy day. The temperatures are supposed to dip down to about 9 plus 10 degrees Celsius. Somewhere's in there this evening. So we brought out the insulated hammock. I've got the insulated top quilt inside, and I've got Boomer and Flint with me, of course. We've got the tarp pitch just in case it does cloud over totally and open up with rain, which would be absolutely incredible. We've got a nice little setting here in this forest. It's down in a valley, it's nice and cool, and hopefully that cool air will really set in because it is a little bit warm out here today. Not terrible, coming in at about 22, 23 degrees Celsius. It's later in the afternoon right now, so evening is quickly approaching, which means we've got to keep things going to beat the light fading away for the night, basically. And we're not going to get a sunset in here, I'll tell you that. It is way too thick forest in here and just not going to get it. And hopefully it clouds over totally, so we'll have a nice rain overnight. We will see though, can never predict the weather. So the hammock setup that I've got here, Superior Gear hammock, insulated under quilt, built in downfill top quilt to go with that. I'm going to have 2 dogs in here with me tonight, so it'll be totally baking nice and warm and hot in here without a doubt. Bug net because mosquitoes are still a little bit of a nuisance out here, but all in all I think this is going to be a great overnighter. So with everything set up, let's get started on a hot coffee. All right, guys, I got my hot coffee on the go right now, and I gotta say, this is absolutely relaxing and very much needed to be out in the hammock, up off the ground, out of the dry leaf litter, away from all the bugs, and not have to look for a flat spot. I gotta say, definitely much needed, like I was saying, to be able to hang the hammock tree to tree, over top of the uneven ground, over top the rocks, the sticks, and not have to clear out the area. Very happy about that. So, no fire on this adventure. It is too dry out and it is too hot to even bother with a fire. So later on this evening, I'm going to be cooking on the Trangia. You guys will notice I put it on top of a very big rock. The rock was literally embedded in the ground right next to this tree that I'm hanging on. Flipped it over, flat side, worked perfectly for that. So that'll help keep that Trangia stove elevated. That way there won't be any risk of fuel dropping on the ground, catching fire, so on and so forth. Just like the last adventure, I'm using matches to light that. I'm not using my fire steel, which is uncontrollable, throwing sparks all over the place. It's just not needed. And keeping the fuel bottle away from the source of flame while it's burning, minimize fire risk. So, coffee on the go right now, and it is absolutely silent out here. Listen to this. Definitely need a lot of that. So, hanging here in the hammock, I'm going to kick back, enjoy my coffee for a little bit. And like I said, it is later in the day. We're actually rolling in the evening right now. So, I'm going to have to get a little bit cleaned up here and get some food prepped up and start on supper very shortly. Probably going to finish this coffee and maybe take about a 30-minute nap, relax, enjoy the silence, and then start cooking. So cheers, guys. Let's enjoy some afternoon coffee. Alright guys, a little later in the afternoon now, and like I said, evening is approaching quickly. About a 20-30 minute relax session there. Flint and Boomer are passed out, still sleeping, so they're going to have their dinner probably shortly before I actually eat mine. During the cooking process or shortly after, I don't want to wake them up. It's a little hot out for them. Let them relax, but I do have to get organized down here at the Trangia stove, get some food items out, start prepping and slowly cooking the meal because I want to have all that stuff done before nightfall. It is going to get darker in this thick forest a lot faster than it will outside of the forest, and I don't want to be fumbling around here in the dark looking for things or burning all my headlamp battery power or wasting the battery juice on my other lantern. So let's get some things out of the backpack, get prepped up, start cooking. Alright guys, nightfall is basically here. We've got Flint here in the hammock. Boomer doesn't really want to get in yet because once we get in we're going to get zipped up and he's not done playing. Boomer's got this thing that whenever we go hammock camping he lays down underneath the hammock for quite a while, wanders around, does his thing, and then once it starts to cool off he'll get in, because once he's in, I zip the door shut, and that's that. Flint is young enough now that he's going to learn that once he's in, he's basically already in until he can get out. Going to correct what I did with Boomer in a hammock with Flint, meaning he'll be totally used to it before he was. So time will tell how that goes. So far he's loving the hammock. We were actually both in here just moments ago. Good long hour nap, waiting for the nightfall to set here in the forest, which it is right now. And yeah, it got really hot, really warm. Flint was on my left side, Boomer was on my right side. Top quilt was off, just using it as a pillow, and it got really warm in here. So I'm gonna let this guy out so he can wander around, go pee, do his thing, and then both of them are gonna be getting inside the hammock. And I think we're gonna be calling it a night. I do have a couple movies on my phone I do want to enjoy, and just kind of take it easy on this adventure. So my backpack is full of all my goods. I've got it underneath of my hammock, cinched all the drawstrings closed, zippers shut, so nothing can get into the backpack. It's going to be right underneath me, so if anything tries to get at it, I'll hear it rustling, I can spook it off. I do have my knife on my side, which I'm going to hang on my ridge line up here with this light, which I always do. And other than that, it's going to be a pretty quiet night out here, I think. And then first thing early in the morning, we'll be able to roll out. The Trangia is already situated on the rock, ready to go for coffee, which I'm looking forward to. And then we'll take the day from there. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a weather update. So far, from what I can see with this last little bit of light, the sky is total gray. No moon tonight, no stars tonight, which is totally fine because there is still that chance of rain, which I'm really looking forward to. Love rain on the tarp, especially hammock camping. The whole forest is wet. You're elevated up off the ground, just relaxing. It's awesome. So that's it for the weather. That is it for this evening. I'm going to be kicking my shoes off. Like I said, let these guys do a bathroom break, and then in the hammock, zip it up so no one wanders off in the dark. And I'll see you guys first thing in the morning for coffee. Good night, guys. Stretch. You coming out? Hi. 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 Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful, sunny, and a little bit cool of a temperature morning out here today. As you guys can see, I've got the hoodie on. So last night, going in the evening, the stars did actually come out. I had to catch myself there when I said it's going to be cloudy, no moon, no stars. Because later in the evening, I peeked out, and sure enough, there were stars up in the sky. Quite a bit of them. As you guys can see right now, it is very, very sunny in the forest, which means a hot, sunny day is right around the corner for us. Which means we've got to get everything packed up and get on our way rather soon before we get sweated out. So, I think it went down to about 8 to 9 degrees Celsius last night. Into the single digits, finally. Finally. I remember driving just the other day, and it was at night, and I looked down at my temperature gauge in the truck, and it said 9 degrees Celsius, and I was like, yes! Feel that cool air coming in the window, driving down the highway, summertime, you get a little bit of a chill, turn the heat on your feet only. That's the feeling right there. So, Boomer is over there doing his patrol rounds. Flint's doing Flint things, usually snorting, grunting, snoring. And if not, looking for food so he can fall asleep and snore, grunt, and make all kinds of noises. So they've had food this morning. They've already had breakfast. You want up? Yeah, you do. Okay. Come on. Come on. Oh, you're getting heavy. He's getting really heavy, like tank heavy. So, Flint loves the hammock. Loves the hammock. Absolutely vibing with the hammock. Boomer likes it too, but Boomer likes it mainly only at nighttime. Flint seems to want to get up and relax. Do you want to come up? Come on. Come on. Yeah, see, Boomer's not feeling it. He's like, no, I just want to be right next to you and check it out, see how things are going. Yeah, sleeping in a hammock with 2 dogs. It's like a hot tent with no wood stove, I'm telling you. It is warm. So, Flint is getting very, very, very big. He's already almost, a third bigger than he was compared to Boomer when I first got him. He's already taller, he's already longer, he's already stockier. And, yeah, he's growing very, very quickly. So, yeah. Getting him in the rooftop tent in the truck right now is easy. In the future, it's going to be difficult. More on that, because there's actually some developments that are happening behind the scenes that may take a major twist, and I may have to rip the entire truck apart. Just a little bit of a secret. If you guys are wondering what's going to happen, jump on my Instagram, and there's a little subscription tab. I'm going to be dumping content into that subscription tab, and only subscribers can actually see what is on there. Head on over there. All the secrets, all the little tidbits, all the extra information, all the behind the scenes, they're all going there. More news on that hopefully very soon. But today, man, that sunshine is coming through the tarp, lighting the forest up really nicely. And I gotta say, it already feels like fall. Looking in the forest, there's leaves that are falling, there's leaves that are changing colors. It literally looks like early fall. And it's not even the end of summer yet. So hopefully we'll see what's happening here. We're seeing fall colors in the beginning of summer. That's very, very strange. Very strange. So I'm going to be enjoying my coffee, and then going to be doing a pretty quick pack up. The hammock and the tarp, I'm just going to ball up into one, jam it in there, and then throw my Trangia on top, water bottle outside. Very, very quick and simple pack up, guys. So I'm most likely going to wrap it up right here. I do want to enjoy this. A little bit of sunshine with the boys here, and get packed up and finish my coffee, and then head out of here and on to the next adventure. So I'll say cheers to you guys. Stay tuned for more coming. Like I said, jump on the Instagram, check that subscription tab. It's buried in there. You'll find it. And stay tuned to the uploads on the channel, and also be aware of the community tab here on the channel as well. A lot of things are coming very, very soon. So thank you guys for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one.